Coming to you live from the Cretaceous era, this is Optimal Play. I'm Brandon.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Christian.
And we are here today to play Cretaceous Rails, a light dinosaur meets trains Euro-y game.
With chainsaws.
With chainsaws. Yeah, you gotta have chainsaws.
Yes.
It was provided to us by Spielcraft Games, the publisher. It was designed by Anne Journey. Thank you for sharing the game with us. Gentlemen, have you ever wanted to vacation to see dinosaurs?
Yes, but you know what I've wanted to do more than that?
What?
Clear-cut rainforest to see dinosaurs.
You can do both. Well, actually, we're not the tourists in this game.
Yeah, sure.
And in fact, we've played a practice game of this. I didn't explain the lore of the game to you before because I think it's actually extremely ridiculous.
Lay it on me.
So in Cretaceous Rails, time travel has been invented and has existed for years, if not decades.
Sure.
All the paradoxes that we thought would be a problem were debunked. Except it is true that meddling with the past creates horrible repercussions in the future. And so the timelines of the, I guess you'd call it the present, like, they're just shit.
Yes.
And so the tourists who are here in this game are the wealthy traveling back through time to get away from the shitty future.
Yeah.
And instead enjoy themselves at dinosaur resorts.
That's
and seeing dinosaur
the
safaris.
time tourists.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's not actually, it's a colorful game with dinosaurs and tourists. It seems like it would be a cheerful story, but it's actually like the world is fucked.
Yes.
These are the rich people who can afford
that
to
explains
get away from it.
the luxury that we provide here at our signature hotels and casinos.
Right, yeah, like steak.
That is dinosaur steak. It must be.
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
Do you see any other animals?
There's
No,
steak to come
what are
from?
you sending cows back in time? Ridiculous. There's a brontosaurus right there that you can just slice up and throw on the grill.
Everyone knows you can only take humans back through time, not...
Absurd.
Also,
Waste of
dinosaur
time.
meat's just better.
Yeah, it just tastes better.
Yeah.
Have you tasted dinosaur meat?
Yeah.
Who hasn't?
Wow, I'm behind.
Yeah.
All right. In Cretaceous Rails, we are going to play across 4 rounds of taking 4 turns each on this action grid, taking spaces that kind of straddle 2 actions and doing both. With our workers are called executives here, adding a little bit to the dystopianness, I think, now that I think about it. Trying to build a system of trains that can transport tourists back to our park, seeing cool dinosaurs along the way, and ultimately clearing the jungle, capturing those dinosaurs, and turning them into victory points. How's that as an overview?
I think that's great.
Seems fun.
Yeah.
All right. Then I think we're going to get right into it right after I suggest that you hit the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We have no Patreon or anything at Optimal Play. That's the only way to help us out, so we'd appreciate it. Get that algorithm boosted. Who has seen, heard, or felt a train the most recently, I believe, was the Who Goes First criteria.
And it was me because I was blocked by one in traffic yesterday.
So you also yelled at a train most recently.
Right, exactly, yeah.
That's the forfecta.
That should be...
Who has most recently screamed
Who has
at a
most
train?
recently honked their horn at a train.
In futility.
Yeah. Okay, so you are going to place your executive somewhere on this, on one of the edges in this grid.
I'm gonna take this handy double train.
Sure.
So you just get to build like crazy.
Yeah, 4 trains out into the Cretaceous jungle.
Oh, look at him go.
2, 3, and 4.
I'm a little, maybe the expansion is ripe for this. I'm a little sad that there's not like danger presented by the dinosaurs to your trains that has to be managed in some way.
That's, they're friendly.
Yeah.
They don't know. They've never seen humans before. We're time travelers.
I mean, we're...
I don't know. The presence of these hotels seems to indicate
That's
Yeah.
true.
probably
They
seen
probably
plenty
have,
of
yes.
humans.
For all we know, we are 3,000 years deep into these
That's
dinosaurs.
fair. Yeah, they know, and they personally dislike us. I like how ravens can develop grudges against people.
I think it's more like like pigeons in cities. They're just so
they're
used
just
to people they ignore you.
Yeah. So I'm going to take the build trains and also draw cards action. I am also getting the handy dandy first player.
This
claw.
is so reminiscent
Yeah.
of our practice game.
Yeah. So I'm going to build 1, 2, and then I'm going to get 2 cards. I didn't think about this in advance. I'm going to take the bottom right one, which will allow me to build extra trains when I build trains.
Sure will. There you go.
And I'm going to take the top left one top left one.
Gives you a
which will
discount
give
on
me a
building?
discount on building. Yep.
Sounds good.
Brandon, you're up.
Okay, you would think I would have thought ahead about my turn by now.
I would never think that about you.
Yeah, that's wise. All right, well, I'm going to need to start clearing some jungle, I think. I will go for trains and chainsaws.
Train saws.
Exactly. So I'm going to build this way.
A note for our viewers that each edge lets you have 2 trains on it.
Whoa.
So you can't quite block people out, but now I could not go there. So.
Correct. Not through that particular
exactly.
bottleneck, yes. Okay, so that is the train building action, then, or track building action. I guess these are trains. And then I can clear a jungle somewhere where my train network reaches, which it does count the points, and so I can just clear that jungle, put it in one of my train cars to bring it home later on.
Well done.
Josh, you are up.
So I am. I think I'm going to do a very similar action. Build some trains and clear some jungle.
That is identical.
So I will build
Oof.
around
You're getting so
here,
much distance.
and I will clear this jungle.
I am
Pretty
going
nice.
to capture a dino and clear some jungle. So I'm going to capture this Pinkosaurus. And I'm going to clear this jungle here.
Okay, your train's already full.
Yep. Chugga chugga.
Chugga chugga. I should probably... I think I should draw some cards. I wish I had done it early enough to get the first player marker, but I guess you
I beat you.
did it your very first turn, right?
Yeah.
So I guess I can't kick
You
myself.
can tell because of the 1.
That's what those numbers are for.
To
Okay.
make you feel bad about yourself.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Specifically you.
You, Brandon.
Let me...
We feel great.
I'm doing awesome. And I look back at those numbers and I think fondly on the good decisions I've made so far.
Well, I'm happy for all of you.
This is the sort of executive leadership that Primal Kingdom Roller Cruise offers.
I will say, that's a pretty good one. I will say that for all the silly lore and like nice, colorful production of this game, I wish that the resorts had sillier names.
I
Like,
agree.
mine is Adventure Park Trails. That's kind
nothing.
of, it's nothing.
And Dino
Yeah.
Lux is also like,
Yeah.
come on,
Rails
lean into
and
it. It should
Yeah.
be the Dino Casino. Like, we know that's what you're doing there.
Yeah.
Primal Kingdom Roller Cruise, and it's got a prominently featured water slide on it. That's the level I'm looking for.
Okay, I am going to take cards and capture a dino, I
Nice.
think. So I'm going to take this one that will let me build more trains, and maybe actually this one that would amp my drawing cards ability. Seems good to have early. And I am capturing a dinosaur. I have 2 options, this red or this green. I'm just looking at what I might want for my cards. You know what? Actually, I don't care.
Probably shouldn't have picked that space.
Yeah, I think I'll take the green.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Josh.
I gonna build rails and chainsaws.
You have so many rails.
I sure do.
You're almost to those tourists already. That's not fair.
And then I'll take this.
Oh, I'm sorry. This should have been loaded into my... I was forgetting this in the practice game, too, to load my dinosaurs into my train. They're not back at my resort yet.
Not yet.
When they get there, they're going into the buzzsaw.
Okay, for my third action, I'm just trying to think what I want to block Brandon from doing.
It's valid.
Yeah. I'm going to... I don't think there's anything that you can really... You're like going to be in a similar position to me, which so it doesn't...
I don't think there are any particularly juicy spaces left.
There's not.
The double safari would be interesting if anyone had reached...
Yeah.
But we're all taking our 4th turn of the round, right? No, this is our 3rd turn. Of the round.
But no one's quite there yet. So
Yeah.
So I'm gonna build 2.
You're there. You've reached the tourists.
And then I'm gonna use my action to unload.
2, 3, 4, 5 versus 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. We were saying as off camera when we chose our starting spots in reverse turn order, we were saying that why would you not take the middle? But you were one length closer to the tourists.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I noticed that and didn't say it before we started.
Damn.
You'd already made the decision,
Yep.
so I wasn't hiding it from you. I was just like, oh, I'll just say that on camera. It'll be funnier.
No, because you could have gone 1, 2.
You're
chose
right. I chose the
three.
long way.
Never mind.
Why did I do that?
Got excited.
Poor planning.
I was this already cleared, and I wanted one I could.
It was
clear?
already
okay.
cleared,
That
that's
was
why.
why then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it might have not been a good play. My first ever mistake on this channel.
Wait, no, because you were the first person to clear.
That was the third action. I was the first. Oh no, you're
No,
right.
yeah.
You could have done it.
Yep,
you
I
just
could have
chose
done
not
it.
to.
Could have done it. I just did not make a good play.
Oh well.
But
lesson.
there's a first time for everything. I mean, going this way does mean I can branch out and get to the volcanoes.
Yeah, I
sooner,
don't think
which
it's
the
on
volcanoes
this
are
map.
nice.
I think it's
Yeah.
less bad. When
And-
we played
and-
on the first round, it was very much like you're just racing to get to those tourists.
Yeah. So I think I want to build rails, and I think I'm skipping my other action to unload my train, kind of no matter what I do, which means I will just. I don't even really see a valuable spot to block. I'll go here, build rails. So I will go this direction, I think. See if I can get to some of those sweet, sweet tourists before you get them all. And I will skip my safari action to unload my train.
Josh.
I'll be going here,
Yeah.
building some more trains.
Yep.
And taking
Damn, and you are there.
this pink tourist
Mhm.
to see 1 pink dinosaur and 2 volcanoes.
Whoa! All right, you're
3.
the.
Oh shit! I can't do that. I can't bring her.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
your
you gotta
train's
unload.
full. Ah,
Oh.
I'm not the only one with poor train capacity management skills.
Yeah, poor train management.
Well, does that change anything for me? Drawing cards isn't next to anything useful. I guess I'll just
No.
keep the. Yeah, that's rough. Okay.
'Cause
well,
you're also skipping an action to unload.
Yeah, but it's also like I'd be unloading anyway.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
my
because at the
fourth
end of the
action.
round.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the game.
Yeah, I mean, drawing cards is good, so you could. Yeah, I guess it's basically you build rails or draw cards are the
Right.
things you can do.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am going to Safari and build.
Oof, that's good.
Yep. So, I mean, you blocked the one I really wanted, so good job. So I'm going to Safari this red guy, bumping my reds up 1.
Because it saw
Because it
just the
passes
red,
just
the
one
red
red
dinosaur.
dinosaur
Yep.
along my route. So the value of reds has increased. And then I'm going to build, and I'm going to build a building that makes buildings cheaper. So for the cost of a pink dino and a tree, the first time I build, once per build action, I may ignore a tree or a tourist cost.
Nice.
So building is cheaper going forward. That's my 4th action.
I am crushed that building and drawing cards is not a combination
I
that exists
know.
because I have
I was having that exact thought.
a great play if I could do that.
That's what I've been wanting to do as well.
And
It
so
strikes me that like there's only 2 draw card actions at all, right?
I think
And 2 builds.
we were
Yeah.
undervaluing drawing cards last game, or picking up cards last
off
game.
when we were playing off camera. Yeah.
Well, I think we were.
Yeah, they're really damn good.
I think we were doing a lot of that actually, and this game we're doing a lot less drawing cards.
Huh, interesting. Yeah, you're right.
You drew it,
Yeah.
but it's because of their
It's
position,
because of the
right?
positioning, yeah. They were both of them were next to build train last time, and you were
Yeah.
able to build a ton of train
Right,
off of it.
and like
All right.
in the first round, I think you want to build lots of train.
Yes.
I think I need to build
Oh my God, look
build
at
rails
you.
and build.
Yeah. I know.
God.
So
Look at all every single piece touches one.
think
One of them
Yeah,
does it
that's
twice.
pretty good.
So I built 10 tracks.
I think when I safari next time, I want to be accessing a volcano also,
cute.
which
That's
is
very cute.
a wild dinosaur sighting, is what that is the equivalent of. Okay, so I've built the trains, and I'm going to build some cards in my resort. So I have this one that takes any tourist and a cleared jungle. The resort has 3 tiers. Right now we can only build on the bottom tier until we're able to take on future turns stack on top, but this gives me extra draw card actions when I take the draw card action, depending on which tier it's on. So basically, +1, I can draw 2 cards an extra time. Actually, I will maybe between rounds check the rulebook and make sure that's not +1 card in this case, as opposed to +1
Action.
repeating the entire action.
Yeah. On the other ones, it was +1 result.
I think
Yeah.
it's like
Plus
plus
one
one.
to
But the other actions are all do one
yeah,
thing.
that's a good point.
So I'm
I
just
just
going to
assumed-
verify that
fine.
interaction. But I'm since this as this action, I can build as many cards as I want. So I am also going to build this one, which requires a jungle and a brontosaurus to add a train capacity.
Nice.
These also have end game scoring, so I'm now scoring 1 point per tourist and 2 points per hut or volcano my train network goes to.
Very nice.
Pretty good.
That's it. That's all of
That
us.
is it. So there is enough busy work, but so between rounds, among other things, we're going to wipe this tableau and shuffle and create a new action grid. I think I'm going to cut that out of the video. So we'll be right back. Okay, fresh action grid, just completely shuffled. Fresh tableau of resort cards.
All of our resources brought home. We've unloaded our trains.
That's right. And since you took the first player token last time, you go first.
Thank you.
And
Ciao.
most important thing, it's round 2.
Yeah.
Well, this is easy for me. I'm going to take back the first action. I'm going to get 2 cards. Give me that bottom row number 3, which is train lengthening.
Yep.
And then I think I also want bottom row number 2, which lets me use Taurus as wilds.
Yes. Yeah.
So I
That
can now
seems
use.
good.
I can,
Once you build it,
once I build
it'll
it.
let you.
So
It'll
that's
turn.
it. That's my 2 cards, and then I'm going to capture this blue dino to my train.
Damn, I wanted the blue dino.
That's where I did it.
Well, I guess you took the card that requires the blue dino. That was part of my plan. I am pulling out the rulebook here to double check what this resort card does because we haven't seen it. Increase additional ratings. When you take the safari action, increase the rating of the specified dinosaur type by 1, 2, or 3 on the levels respectively.
That's nice. What does this one do again?
That's when you take the build action, you may build on more floors.
If you build on the first floor, it literally has no power?
I think so.
Yeah.
That seems a little strange.
Build on additional levels.
Yes.
Yeah. This card only is end game scoring if you build.
Well,
on
and
the
also
final-
it
on the
fills in your
bottom.
first floor for pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Well, I never. You're set up to Safari, so I want to beat you to it. I'm gonna do a clear and then Safari situation, I think. I can't. I wanted to clear this to score, but that's not my train network at all.
No. Get out of here, blue.
Yeah. So I guess I'm mainly just clearing for the
wood.
For the lumber. I'll clear here. It's not going to do me any good as far as the safari, but then I will take a safari for the... Oops, clear should go on my train. I'm following the rules. I will take this dad on a safari.
Son of a bitch!
Sorry.
You're not sorry at all.
This dad
true.
is enjoying his safari a lot more with mine than he would with your train.
That's
Because he's going to
probably
see...
It's twice as much.
He's going to see Tyrannosaurus
and
and
a volcano. If I were that dad,
that's going to bump the
I'd be pretty hyped.
red hype up by 2.
Yep.
Josh.
This didn't go very well for me. I'm not sure what I'm doing now. I guess could always use more train tracks, huh?
Yeah. Never hurts. Right now there's so little out here for cards that... So one thing I haven't said on video yet about these resort cards is that you're spending resources to build them, but they sit here and still count for endgame scoring. And the dinosaurs are actually worth double if they are used to build cards. You don't want them just sitting unspent. But right now the tableau does not have a lot of options for spending our dinosaurs. So that's what's throwing me off a little bit as far as kind of creating a plan here. That could be what this focus group is for. That lets you reset a row, but I would need to unload my tourists for that. Also, I need more train. I need everything. I need it all.
It's true. And yeah, I'm trying to plan like what cards I want to grab and like seeing what I need, but I don't have a lot of feel like I'm having a hard time getting stuff too, which is. I felt like in our practice game, I was able to do a lot more by now.
You had some really good. I think this is one of the things. Like you built a lot of terrain out, but you haven't been harvesting a lot of dinos to build from, or getting a lot of cards to build off of, right? So now you have access to a lot of resources, and you need to start gathering them and doing stuff with it.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you can
And
certainly.
I think that's what my plan
Yeah.
is.
I like that.
There you go.
So I am going to take her
Yep.
for 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
Oh, I thought you'd go green. Okay.
And then I am going to capture the pink dinosaur.
Nice.
All right.
Cool. Back to me.
Yeah.
I am going to build train tracks and cut. So I'm going to do...
There's no double rails.
Yeah.
2. And I'm going to cut this guy.
Seems good.
Yep.
Okay. Your train is full. Mine is not, but I still might be unloading it this turn just to have it freed up for my future plans. Cause those boys, those green boy tourists, are not worth that much to me.
They're worth 1 green.
I do have a green dino. Unlike I just bumped up my red,
Which are not
but I have
actually
no.
harvested. I mean, you could capture a red right now.
Oh, that's true. Maybe that's
That might be the play. Do you have a slot?
because I don't. Oh yeah, interesting. I don't have access to almost any more red tourists. I would have to get all the way up here, so
Yeah.
I'm probably not bumping my value up much more than this with those. That's a good point. All right, it's a pivot from what I thought this turn was going to be, but I will go ahead and capture a dino and then unload my train. I think, meaning I choose. I'll have access to 2 actions, but I'll skip one of them for the unload.
Right.
So I'll just take this capture and rails that I feel like is not going to make it around to my next turn. That seems good. I'll capture the Tyrannosaurus
And then unload.
and skip the rails to unload.
Nice.
Okay, Josh.
Oh yeah, it's me already.
It is you already.
I was still thinking.
This is hard.
It is.
Getting building cards where you need the specific type of tourists also pretty challenging. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to build some rails and draw some cards.
When in doubt, build rails.
I was going to take that to block you from doing it, so.
That was a good space. I saw that too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the cards, I'm going to take this card for one of them.
Okay. Ooh.
That's fun.
Ooh.
I don't have
That
a red
is fun.
dinosaur, or even access to any red dinosaurs.
You should consider getting some. All right.
Interesting.
I have a turn planned. Don't ruin it, please. What are you looking at these cards for? You don't need those.
You never know. Spicy.
What a beautiful LA day. We can hear the birds chirping outside. I don't know if that's picking up on the mic, but it's lovely.
I'm going to try... Oh, crap. You know what? I'm going to just take this one.
Okay.
It's really good for you.
Yeah.
It seems like I
me a new card.
can't do it right now, but
That amps the hype from your safaris. Yeah. Okay, Christian.
I'm going to take this one. I got to think for just a moment about what order I'm doing stuff. I think... So wait, I can do
Cards and build.
this.
I wanted to cards
do
and build.
this. Give me that, and I can ignore it. Okay, yeah, that's worth it. That's totally worth it. Okay, give me top right,
Okay.
and let's see what we get.
I think I picked
Focus
wrong.
group one. Although you build it. Wow, you build it with any
Super
components.
wild.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's boring.
Yeah, it's worth a point. Worth a point per train capacity. At the end of the game.
Bottom row number 3, which will let me grow my train.
There you go. And then you have a build action still, right?
Yes. Okay, so let's see if I got my math right here. I'm going to use my green child to make red's wild.
Green child, red wild.
I'm going to do ignore the tree cost using my previous ability to build one more train, but I do have to bump one color down by 2 points.
Yeah,
so I'm going to bump red down 2.
Costs you hype. No one's hyped up about seeing the train yard.
Who cares?
Billowing
I got more
smoke
train.
or whatever.
Yeah. I'm going to then do with green and a green dino and a tree, I should say. I get that ability again, so I can now ignore twice.
Twice when you build,
I can ignore a tree or a person cost.
That's pretty good.
That seems really good.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
Okay. Well, I definitely want resort cards. So, where am I going to get them? My trains don't reach anywhere good right now. So, let me do cards and rails. Hadn't thought far enough on this. I think we can play nice and just go our different directions here. Something like that.
Yeah, that seems fine.
And
then
that means if I'm scoring some of these mom tourists, then I can maybe try to also reach that one. That's my thinking. Okay, and then I'm drawing cards. I want this Tyrannosaurus card. That would, if I build it, it helps me capture more dinos for one action, and I'm going to take one of these jungle clearing cards. All right, Josh.
All right, I am going to...
Interesting.
I'm going to go here.
Nice.
I'm going to unload my train.
Oh, which action are you skipping?
I'm skipping capture.
Nice.
Okay.
And then I'm going to build.
Yeah, I bet you are.
I'm going to spend one tree to make me better at deforestation. And I'm going to spend 2 people.
You got to spend lumber to make lumber. That's what they say.
I'm always saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 people so that I can now ignore the tree cost up here.
Nice.
That
really
is
cool.
good.
That's really good.
Okay.
Okay, my last action. I am going to do build and tourism. Build trains and build tracks and tourism. So I'm going to do...
What the... No, you were supposed to go that
2,
way. What?
And then bring a mom home, but she gets
Oh,
to see a
you
beautiful
wanna-
scenic...
Stole my
2
volcano.
stars. We're sharing. We both... The volcano's for everyone.
Yeah.
In fact, literally everybody has a view of this volcano. It's not even interesting anymore.
Maybe it's just the brain of someone who played all of Ticket to Ride Legacy in the last 6 months or something. But like, I want these to block more than they do.
Yeah.
I want this to be a little bit more cutthroat
Yeah.
than it is. Maybe in 4 players it would be.
I don't think
know,
so.
but-
I think the cutthroatness really is the cards. That's the actions.
Yeah.
You should have just done the thing where we blocked him into the entrance.
It would have been
and
so
played
funny.
a 2-player game
Yeah.
while he watched.
Yes.
And
I'll make him watch the rest of the game.
already, as we're getting a little better at this, because we played a half of a practice game off camera. Already, I'm like watching your turns more closely,
Same.
being like, I have a plan this time. I
Are
don't
they
want you to
messing with
block
me?
it.
Or what plan
mostly
is he
via the
doing?
cards,
Yeah.
or sometimes capturing the dinos or something that I want to see. Okay, I should definitely build, and then this is my last turn, so I want to do something since I'm going to get the free train unload. I want to definitely
Start harvesting.
start harvesting. So I will build and clear. Yeah, I have 2 places I can clear. Okay, perfect. I will build and clear. I only have 2 places I can clear. I actually am going to amp my ability to clear to 3 per action, but I guess 1 is wasted. That's fine, I guess. It is what it is. Okay, so I'm going to build on my tier 2 using a lumber to increase my jungle clearing ability by 2.
Nice.
And also, I'll use my Tyrannosaurus to build a resort card that increases my dino capturing ability by 2.
Very nice.
And then I'll take the clear action and clear these 2 hexes.
Ooh, that's good.
All right.
Oops,
Stuff set
let's
up.
go on my train.
Yep.
All set?
Yep.
All right. For my final turn,
Yeah.
I'll build some more trains.
Oh.
'Cause that's what I do.
Yeah, you sure do.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're coming our direction? This is...
He's just chasing that volcano.
I just needed to skirt by the volcano. That's all. And then I'm gonna chainsaw, and I get to double chainsaw. So I'll take this one and this one.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And now I'm all queued up for my free emerald this round.
And that's
Wow.
the end of round 2.
I wasted last round.
That is the end of round 2, so we will take another quick break and set up for round 3. Okay, well, safaris are on sale, as we have 2 double action safaris there. Christian, you took the first player marker again last time, so start off round 3 for us, please.
I will. I'm going to... Goodness gracious. Is that worth it? It's the name of the game. Is that worth it? I guess...
It's actually Cretaceous rails.
Oh, my bad. I guess... I mean, I could do that. Can I get enough value out of it? No, not at all. It's just silly. There's a right answer here, which is I am going to capture and tourist, like so. So I'm going to do my tourism. My mom is going to look at the volcano and a green dinosaur, as she has long dreamed.
Sure,
to come home, giving me 2 more green.
Haven't we all?
And then my capture is I'm going to take pink.
I like that each of them only cares about one dinosaur.
It's outrageous.
They're like,
Yeah.
yeah. Triceratops? Fuck that.
I've seen a million.
I only care about Brontosaurus.
Yes.
I mean, as we know, boys love Triceratops and girls love
Yeah,
Brontosauruses.
that's just a fact.
It's
No,
science.
that's the boys love whatever this thing is.
No,
even
those
know which
moms. The
dinosaur
moms
it
are the blues.
Oh, that
aren't
is
they?
right.
Yeah.
That is the moms. Yeah. You're
Yeah.
right.
Wait, I'm sorry. I grabbed the wrong one. Do you mind if I roll that back?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the
we-
wrong color.
super
I just
mind.
want blue.
What?
That's fine.
What? How are all these moms going to enjoy themselves?
They're gonna have to look at volcanoes.
They're gonna have to look at volcanoes.
That's annoying as fuck.
That's what I did.
All right. I am going to build rails and clear jungles, I think, again. Going to make my way towards those sweet,
Yeah.
sweet tourists.
Those beautiful moms.
And then because
Moms
I have
I'd like to safari.
a resort card that lets me... Mills. I have a resort card that lets me clear up to 3. I think, again, I can only reach 2 places to clear out the jungle, but I will do it here. Okay.
All right. I'm going to build some rails, as I often do,
Sure.
and then I will double chainsaw.
Oh my god.
To go here and here.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm happy with it.
I am going to. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I think that's still worth it. I'm going to do my first. Actually. Everything gets complicated.
Your first actually?
My first, I have to think about it more. Yeah, okay. I'm going to buy, okay, yes. I am going to take the first player again because I've been loving it.
Yeah.
Give me top row number 3, which will
Oh,
lengthen
I'm
my
shocked
car.
it went around. I just assumed it was taken. I didn't even look at it.
I
didn't
not
even consider it.
I didn't consider it either.
And then I would like the... Interesting. When you capture unload, is that the bottom left? Is when you capture unload. Man, that's really good. Top left. I mean.
Top left, yes, is when you capture unload. Each time you trigger it, it costs you some hype.
Sure, depending which row you're on.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take the top right as well. Another wild
Make
card.
some more tourist wild.
Yep. And then I get to build some rails. So I'm going to build 2. I am going to go
This is
1.
This is so rough because like I would love this one that amps my rail building, but I need a boy tourist and
A boyrist.
a boyrist. Okay. I think I had a plan. What was it? I was going to build rails and clear again. So I will build rails over to the tourists, and great. It works out well that I only have the train capacity to clear once, despite being able to clear multiple times, because I think my train's only reached one place. So we will do that.
Love it.
Josh, you are up. I'm not sure what I'm doing with my third tier. I feel like I should be building again this round, but
All
I'm
right.
not really seeing it.
I am going to clear my train instead of building trains. And I'm going to capture this guy.
Nice.
Yeah, alright. I don't really mind, I guess. I'll allow it.
And then I am going to build train tracks and tourist. So I'm going to reach my way up to that distant hut.
Stay away.
And I think I'm going to take the... I mean, they're the same for me, but pink is better for you. So I'm going to take pink.
So Pink is better for me for now. That's true.
Yeah. So she's worth, for me, she sees 1 pink and 1 volcano. So two stars.
Oh, yeah. That is better for me than you, at least. Okay. I am going to... Oh, shoot. There's no more rail and clear?
Nope.
But I need to. Well... Shit.
You've done it twice.
Also, that's true. I need to unload my train.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
so I'm
absolutely
doing
need to
one
unload your
thing
train.
and unloading my train.
Yeah, there were 3 rail and clear spots, and you took 2 of them. And now you're complaining that that's gone.
That's accurate. All right. Why don't I don't really like that card. Let me I guess I'll just take... Wow, this is one of the last rails spaces. I'll take rail and build. And
Rails all went around the edge this time because of a certain someone.
Yeah. I mean, in his defense...
Hey, you wanted me to...
I did harass you.
Yeah, you
That's
did.
right.
You harassed me.
most-
Like, this would have been there.
Most of the tiles are on the edge, in his defense.
Statistically. You got me.
All right, I'm going to skip the build to unload my train. I have 5 jungles in here. I should be building a lot more cards and trying to make sure that they are end game scoring cards for jungles. That's what I should be doing.
Yeah.
We'll see whether I can pull it off. And then I am going to build trains, and they're going to actually get me access to these blue dinos.
That's nice. That's a cool network.
Yeah, I'd like to think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
My turn?
Yeah.
Oh, what do I actually want to do? I thought I knew what my next turn was, but then I was like,
This is
oh,
round
that's going to
3,
leave
right?
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Wow.
We're on the downhill
Yeah.
side of this game. It is snappy.
Yeah, it is.
And the the time
You spend your engine building, but like you kind of need to be scoring next round.
right.
Yeah.
And the box says 30 minutes per player, but we're heading towards being done in roughly an hour.
Yeah, I think with experienced players, it's pretty punchy.
And I mean, we're experienced gamers.
That's both experienced in the idea of board games generally, and this game specifically.
But this game we've played half of one game.
Yeah, but I think it solved a lot of
But,
the, like,
but it wasn't.
multiple
You're right.
questions,
When this
yeah.
isn't a learning game, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. You don't want any of these.
It's probably...
They're all
Don't-
getting wiped.
don't
Doesn't
ru- don't
matter.
ruin
oh,
my
wait,
plans.
No, they're not yet.
At the end of.
At the end of.
Yeah, he has 2 turns before that
yeah, he
happens.
does.
Yeah. But yeah, you don't need to build cards to win this game, I'm sure.
It's really interesting because some of these like the way that it layers is really relevant in some cases. Because like I'm like, oh, I would like to build all 3 of these. I don't really care what layer that is, but except for one of them, right?
Yeah.
I can't do that.
And you can only build 3 if it's at your bottom layer because
Right.
you can't.
You're-
You have to build on one row.
Yeah, you can't build a floating cantilever.
No. The rulebook even says when it describes that you have to have cards below the ones you want where you want to build. It just says like because gravity. I don't know exactly like what is the flavor of this card.
That's exactly it. And so it's got that Eurogame thing of just being like, yeah, it's a room where they make efficient chainsaws. Don't worry about
Right,
it.
yeah, but it can obviously only be built on top of the room where
Yes.
the R&D room where you
Yes.
research new resort features. Yeah.
Well, I guess in this case...
Does that sentence have an end?
Yeah, I
guess in this
I think
case.
this is actually what I want to do. It's not what I thought I was going to do, but
Ooh, interesting. Trains in Safari?
I think so. Unless... Oh, that... Because I need to...
You're going to want some to build some cards that score based on rails.
Yeah.
I think this is what I want.
Cool.
Is there one on there?
This one, yeah.
I need some mom, though. I don't have a mom.
I'm going to have some
I don't
moms.
even have access to a mom.
I'm planning
So what
to.
does that look like? Oh, it's the stupid little train thing? Okay. I think that would be fantastic if I could get one of those. But I can't right now. So the first thing I'll do is this one.
Okay. One more. Plus 1 point just per tourist. Yeah, I haven't really... On top of everything else, I haven't been able to focus on what the end game scoring is on my cards.
And
Yeah.
as near as I can tell, it's like pretty arbitrary. It's not like the one that gives you train cards gives you points for train cards.
Not really, yeah.
I guess I'll do this one.
Okay. Christian.
Okay, I am going to build buildings and Safari.
Ooh, okay.
I've got 3 buildings coming out. Ignore the tree cost on the first one. I do have to pay a star cost, so I'm dropping my stars down by 1 because it's on the second story. But I do get a train car, which is pretty juicy. And then I'm going
Can't have those upside down.
Oh, sorry. I didn't do my second action. I only put cards.
Oh, yeah, you are safaring.
And I am going to take...
And you have a lot of options.
I'm going to
Yes.
take her.
God,
Because she can see 1 dinosaur,
but 3.
3 volcanoes.
Oof. So 4 bumps.
Oh, you finally get to use a tree.
Yeah, which I don't have
Oh
to.
yeah, he gets to. Yeah, I don't think we've said for the camera. There are these bold black lines on our hype tracks where you have to spend a tree to go over them. Again, because reasons.
Yeah.
And your card lets you ignore that. Seems pretty powerful.
Do trees
Although you have
round-
plenty of trees.
Right. Do trees round down?
What, their points?
Yeah. Do I want to spend these?
It doesn't matter whether you spend them
Okay.
or not.
It's just dinosaurs and tourists.
Trees are only worth points if you have cards.
And it
giving
doesn't
them
matter
game
where
scoring,
they are.
yeah.
Actually, I lied. I'm going to spend a tree on this because I had a whole plan for this. I'm going to also build with a blue dino and skipping the human cost.
You paid 1 hype on this?
I did. 1 green hype. I'm going to build my extra efficient train tracks. So I now get 4 train tracks per build action instead of 2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
it's 4 tracks. It's again,
Plus 2.
similar with the cards. I had assumed that was going to double give you plus
Extra
2 actions.
actions. I think
I assume you're
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to skip the human cost with my other skip the tourist cost to make greens and pinks wild. So now greens, pinks, and reds are wild for me.
Very nice.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So that was that, and then I have a safari action. So obviously I'm going to bring
No.
a blue. So I get 1 plus 1 volcano. So
Those are my moms.
1, 2, milks.
Mills. Yeah. Moms, I'd like to safari. Was that what that?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to safari and clear. I can clear 2 spaces, up to 3, but I think I only would want to do 2 anyway for train
4
capacity
train is pretty
reasons. And then Safari, I will take a mom on Safari, but she sees 1, 2, 3 blue dinosaurs and just the 1 volcano, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So for 4 bumps on the hype track, and I will gladly spend a tree to cross that line.
I lied. I'm not connected to that dino. I only get 1 star for the volcano.
So why did you
train
consume one of my
To
moms?
make your life worse.
Damn it. It's working.
Good
job. Okay, Josh.
All right. I am going to go really anywhere that's next to a build.
It's funny that
So
she's
I'm
in
gonna
the
clear
hut
it.
next to the blue dino and like, don't look over there. Get on the train.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'll be building these 2. I
4
think.
tracks for a train action is sick.
So, pink tourist and a green on here.
I'm so
then-
mad
oh, wait.
that you have first player again this time.
You really... I didn't take it on the first time. You could have had it and you decided not to.
I know.
I thought I wasn't going to get it.
There we go.
Okay.
That's everything.
That's the round, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we
Unload
are
and
unloading
reset.
our trains and resetting. Okay, final round. I'm not ready.
I'm not ready, but I'm number 1, so I got to do it. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh yeah, we can go ahead and take the first turn thing off of here because I believe it serves no purpose at all in the final round. And
Yeah.
so as far as those steps we've been following at the end of the round, wiping this, redoing this, unloading trains, all that happens in this round will be unloading trains, and then
Yep.
we'll go straight to end game scoring.
Okay, here we go. I guess, man, this is. Do I even give a shit about? I guess I do give a shit. Blues are technically the one I have the most of. So ideally, what I would like to do is see if there's a way for me to get as much blue as possible, and there is. There's a great option. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to train and safari.
No!
I get 4 train tracks.
My safari!
So I'm going to do 1.
Oh,
4
that's-
contracts? Oh my god.
That's not cool.
2. Actually, no, 1. 2. 3. 4. Then I'm going to safari the mom, and she sees 1, 2 blue dinos, and 1, 2
Volcanoes?
volcanoes.
That's really good.
I can't pay the tree cost, so do I just stop at
you
21?
would stop at the line. Yeah.
Still pretty good. And it stops you, which is...
Yeah, it stopped me. I was all excited to take the safari capture and see the blue dinosaurs one more time and then start scooping them up. That said, I can still scoop them up. I'm really damn good at that. I'm just trying to decide if this. So okay, I'm definitely going to capture dinos. I can capture an extra 2, so I can take all 3 of these blue dinosaurs.
That's pretty good. Yeah,
That's
go for
definitely what I'm doing. The question is then, am I just unloading my train since it'll be immediately full, or am I like, the main other thing I would consider is drawing cards, but there are literally no capture dinosaurs and draw card opportunities. So, I think mainly because capture and safari is a great combo, I will go ahead and take that before anyone else can utilize it, and I will capture. With my resort card, I can capture an extra 2 dinos. I'm going to scoop up all 3 of these blues.
That's crazy.
And then the safari action, I will skip to unload my train.
That's crazy.
So those, even if they are only worth half points because I
That's
don't build
still a
cards
lot
with
of
them, that
fucking
was like a
points.
33-point turn.
Yeah.
So I'm going to draw some cards, and I think that I'm going to. Man, I wish I could build that one. I'm gonna take, I guess, this one, and then see the next one, and then I will in fact take this one.
Okay. And are you safaring for your other action?
I sure am. And this little boy is going to go see 1, 2, 3 Triceratops and 1, 2, 3 volcanoes.
Wow.
Nice.
Plus,
2.
he gets an extra 2 just for being him.
Jeez.
So
8.
that is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That was big. Your green dinos are worth 29 points
Pay the
apiece.
you ignore the tree cost, you son of a...
Oh,
I
jeez.
sure do.
Okay.
Not that it matters.
Something that he's taking great advantage of by running lean on trees.
Okay, I'm going to do...
Yeah, this was a huge mistake of a card for me to get. Huge
Think so?
mistake.
Yeah.
It was expensive and
It was expensive.
Yeah.
There's another card at the time that I wanted. I thought that it seemed good, but then I didn't realize how many trees I was going to have. But I should have, because I also played this one at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, man, is that... How many points is that worth? Oh, actually, quite a few if I do this right. Okay, great. Build and train tracks. So I'm going to build this guy, ignoring the tree cost because of my nonsense. I get 3 more trains. I'm going to do a double-decker here. 1,
Ooh.
2,
3 more?
3.
Holy cow.
Yep. You have too many trains.
I agree.
How did
That's
you do
too many
3
trains.
Top
Are you?
row.
Are you? You
my
have
God.
1 card there that is capitalizing with endgame scoring on that. You should look for some more.
I do. Yeah, I have 1 that gives me scoring. But what... You
Did
know
you
what?
spend the tree for this?
I don't have to because of these guys.
Oh, really?
I have 2 reasons I don't have to. And then I'm going to build 4 tracks. So... 1...
Wow, you're not the only, or Josh is not the only one getting all the way north.
3... 4.
Interesting.
Hello!
Okay. Huh.
Oh, that data is valuable for you.
So
It's
I
like almost worthless for me.
I really want to use my blue dinosaurs on resort cards. So to that end,
I really don't need all those train cars, but I'll tell you guys what I was thinking just because we're in the end game anyway. I don't give a shit about the printed effect. I give a shit about scoring, and it's 2 points per volcano or hut that I touch.
it's pretty good.
So that is worth a lot of points.
Yeah.
The cars, who cares?
I can
but
see
the
that.
huts is great.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep an eye out for those, but I haven't seen any that I've been able to like get at when I needed them.
Okay. I am going to do rails and cards, and I'm just debating where I want to put my rails. Also okay. Cards, I'm going to take, like I said, I'm setting out to use my blue dinos because they are worth the most points by a lot. So I'm going to take this one that lets me unload my train when I capture, and this one that uses a wild dinosaur and lets me double up on a used space, which I don't have a plan for, but could come in handy. And then I am building rails. So I guess what I'm doing is making my way towards these in case that ends up being a thing that I want to, if I want to get in one last safari, see some triceratopters. Triceratopters?
Zero actions.
I'm just trying to decide whether I want to go past this dino or past this volcano on my way there. I think it's like 4 this way or 4 there this way, but I can only get kind of one of those. I'm great at capturing. Well, jeez. No, I don't think I care about capturing the green Triceratops. So I'm gonna go. Wait, it's 1, 2. Oh no, this is the longer route. No matter what, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Yeah, I didn't realize the volcano was out of my way. Okay, so since the green boys will want to see Triceratops anyway, I guess this is about as good as a volcano. All right, so that's my rail. I've drawn my cards. Josh, your turn.
All right.
Okay.
I safaried this green boy here. He saw a boatload of Triceratops and
So many volcanoes.
Yep.
which finished
That's-
out
yep.
my star. And then I was deciding whether or not to draw more cards or clear my train. And I think... So I have 2 actions left, so I know what I want to do on one of them.
You gotta unload your train. You can't have a full train for your next 2 turns.
I need to unload the train. You're right.
Okay. I am going to build and card. Brandon,
Yes.
please give me bottom left.
You're
Which
building
is-
more trains?
Maybe.
Oh, that's end game points for volcanoes and stuff. I see. Okay.
And then give me...
More?
hang on. I got to think about math. Give me... it's 1 point. So, right, how many volcanoes and huts are there right now? Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, yeah. So, each of those is worth 12 fucking points.
That's a lot of
fucking
points.
good.
But you need a tree to build each one. Well, you can ignore some costs.
I can ignore lots of costs. Yes, that's not the concern.
Yep.
So I think I will get. Man, sorry, I just have to think through the opportunity cost. So that's 12 points if I get that. Versus, here I'll say out loud what I'm thinking.
Sure.
The bottom row second one is the one that ignores tree costs for safaris for going up over point value, which is super useful to me because I have no trees. I've never harvested trees.
Yep.
So what I'm trying to figure out is if I got that, built it, and safaried, would I be able to get much value out of it? But man, I don't know. I think that's the play. Because 12 points I don't think is going to make or break it looking at your thing. I don't think that's the play. What I need to be doing is trying to get multipliers up. So yes, give me bottom row number 2.
Bottom row number 2. There you go.
And then I get to build 4 train tracks. And I will. Let's see. So I would like to get to another volcano.
Jeez. Yep, that makes sense.
I would like to get to a... Can I get to another volcano? That's it.
You have something of a strategy formed.
I don't know. I wouldn't go that far. I'm not
I
sure
want
this
one
is
of
actually
those.
a good strategy, but it will serve. I got a theme.
Right.
Primal Kingdom is all about volcanoes.
Okay, well, I have... I get 4 actions this game. Alright. I guess I have something resembling plans for them. I wish I was connected to more volcanoes than I am. But it's fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay. I am going to... Oh. My plan just changed. I have a better plan.
No, it's a terrible plan. Don't do it.
Well, if
Whatever
Josh
you
says...
do,
If Josh says
ruin
it's bad-
Christian's plan.
Don't ruin my. You're gonna win.
Right, so it doesn't matter.
So ruin
It's
Josh's
just about
plan.
how
I'm
badly
gonna-
you lose at this point.
I'm going to take the last remaining rail and safari space.
35 value green is good, but you do only have 1 green right now.
It's true.
I guess you're
And-
probably gonna capture green.
I probably am.
Do you have bonus capture stuff? You do.
I do.
Yeah, so you're gonna green max right now.
Right, well, I can only do
2, but that's still 70
yeah,
points.
It's fine. It's fine.
So I've got time here for one more dad safari. He will get on the train and see volcano. Just the one volcano? I've only built to one
That
volcano.
can't be real. Yeah, I guess just 1.
Jeez.
You're so close. You get
But
near several volcanoes.
Two proper red dinosaurs. So 3 hype.
Steps.
Yeah, I don't need all these trees. I'll go ahead and spend it to get over the hump. And Josh, your turn.
All right. I'm going
Yeah.
to capture some green dinosaurs, and then I will clear my train.
Okay. I am going to do build in Safari. Ignore the tree cost to add a train. We talked about would anyone ever
Whoa.
hit 8? Well, I did it.
I did not
Nice.
think that the component limit on the trains would matter.
And then I'm going to build this one. I can ignore 1 person cost. It doesn't really matter. I might as well send them in, right? It's fine.
It doesn't matter.
And then I am going to do my Safari action, which is I'm going to bring a pink home. So let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 volcanoes.
Jeez.
And then we have 1, 2 pink dinos.
On clear
So
Texas,
6.
yeah.
Which also lets me, and I get to now skip the green costs with my
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nice.
But you only have the one pink dino. So
I know, but it's
There's
still
there's your flaw.
yeah, that was still a 18-point swing.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I think this
You do
is,
have a lot of multipliers, so
The multipliers. This is where I'm going to win
Yeah.
if I have a chance. I don't think I can beat your 70 points of dinos. Though.
I think this build and capture. By the way, there are 2 options for that, but I put it here, which I find more aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, I
all
like
my all my executives are lined up.
oh yeah.
Build and capture. So for the capture, I can take an extra +2 captures. I only have training capacity for 2 of them. So I'm gonna grab 2 reds since my dad just hyped him up. And for the build, I will build. I could build all 3 of these, I wish I was able, but I'd have actually. Well, oh boy. Okay, so I don't care about the effects of these cards. I'm building them for the end game scoring and to use the dinosaurs. And so, no, I don't want to spend.
Interesting.
These cost so much hype on the bottom row that right now would be
Yeah, it
a
would be a
big
big-
negative. I
yeah.
think I'd rather build 2 of them at the top.
Yep.
So it's going to be these 2. They're both going to use a blue dinosaur and a tree. For what it's worth, this one. Oh no, it doesn't matter. If I do this in the opposite order, then after a capture action, I get a free train unload. But this is the last
literally
last turn of the
doesn't
game.
matter.
Literally doesn't matter. Okay, and over here, this lets me ignore a building cost on a future turn. Also doesn't matter. So I did it just to double the value of these dinosaurs. Was that it? Why did I feel like there was something else I needed to do? No? I think no. Okay.
All right.
Josh, final turn of the game.
I'm also going to build and capture, so I will be building these 3 cards.
Nice.
There's
I was
2
wondering
green
how to build.
dinosaurs, a blue dinosaur,
Shit.
and 2 trees.
That's huge.
So these are just all in your bottom row.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
just didn't have
that's-
room for
yeah.
them. Yeah.
Because I'm not actually. This one would have been a valuable power for me to unload when I capture,
Uh-huh.
but
Time's
so
up.
like
Time's
doesn't
up.
matter
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
and now I'm going to capture. I will be capturing this
Yeah.
green,
Yeah, that's good.
and then
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna capture this pink.
Damn.
I think you just had the biggest final turn of the three of us.
crazy.
That's big.
Yeah,
That's everybody.
That is the game. It's just time to score.
85-point turn or so.
That's nuts.
Actually, probably
No more.
closer to closer to 100 points on the last turn, I think.
You got 3
So we
35-point dinos. I guess one is a half, but still.
Well, you grabbed one and you
this went
two
from
of
half
them.
value to full value,
Exactly.
so it really just was...
I was doing the math when
Yeah.
you did that, and I was like, oh, actually, I'm still in it, unless you could build all of those green dinos. And then you could.
Turns out, yeah. Well, let's see how badly we got beaten. If that's what happens here.
I'm not positive it's over. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We all have
I
You're
have
in
a
a good
lot of
state.
obvious points, but
yeah.
We all have a lot of points. I think it's a high scoring. Just I think
so.
as a statement about this board game, I think it's
Yes.
high scoring. I'm guessing our scores are going to be in the 200s, but we'll see. So
unload your train.
We've got to unload our train, and then that's all that
Not
we do for
having
final
extra train
round
cards was
stuff.
killing me.
Yeah, I did not need 8, but the score multipliers on it was good. Yeah.
And then we have a handy dandy score sheet to go down. So, points scored for your purple dinosaurs, please. I got a whopping 3 because my hype is at the minimum and I put it on a card.
30.
30. And Josh?
37.
37.
And
And
for the
again-
viewer at home, if they're built, it's full points, and if they're in your holding pen, it's half points.
Yep.
Rounded down.
Rounded.
Those points being what's indicated of where they are
Yes.
on the hype track. So for Josh, that was 25. 25 here and 25 halved. Got 37.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, blue dinosaurs. This is where I am cashing in. I have 2 at 23 each for 46 plus 1 at half that. So 11 is going to be 57.
I've got 3 points.
3 points for
big
you.
points.
All
And
right.
then I've got 2 at full points, so 42 total.
Okay. Red dinosaurs.
Did not participate.
0.
Really? Okay. I like that because I have some. They're 23 points each also, and I have a full 23 and then 2 halves. Sadly, I think each
it
dinosaur rounds
rounds down,
down.
yeah.
So,
So
it's 23 and 22 for those, so it's
Oh,
40,
that's
45
annoying.
points. And then green Triceratops, Josh. You wanna start us off?
So let's go.
They're 35 each for
So
you.
that's 105 plus half of 35, which is 17.
Yeah, so
So-
122.
122.
Jeez.
It's a good scoring row for me.
I'd say so. Mine are worth 6. Whoop, as I throw it in a tantrum.
Come on, it's just a game. man.
Mine's worth 6 and I cut it in half for 3 points.
And mine's worth 12. Full.
That's 2 of the digits from his score.
I know, I'm getting
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Okay.
All
I
right.
really only missed out on 2 points from this.
Then we're gonna go down types of endgame points from our
so
resort
I'm gonna
cards.
sort these out.
So trees first. So like for me, have 2 cards that are giving me a point per tree, and I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trees. So I'm getting 20 points for trees.
0.
All right, I have 7 trees times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh,
for
God.
35 tree points.
You weren't supposed to be. This is where I was supposed to come back.
This is basically all of my. Like I get 1 each from this, which I got no progress on. And
Christian, you said no points on trees?
No points on trees.
Okay, next is points per tourist, which I have 3 points per tourist times 4 tourists for 12.
I have 5 tourists worth 1 point each.
I have 8 tourists worth 2 points each, so 16.
Okay. All right, points for visiting huts and volcanoes on your rail system.
0.
I have 2 times 1, 2, 3 huts and volcanoes. Oh, wait, 4. 4. So I get a whopping 16 points.
I have 7 huts and volcanoes, and I have 4 cards for it. Each one gives me 2, so 8 points per hut and volcano. So 8 times 7 is 35.
Nope.
No.
Nope,
8
it's
times
more than
7 is
that.
48.
I swear I knew this until you went down this road.
56.
40. Yeah, 56.
56.
Yep.
Got there eventually. Jesus.
Let us know in the comments what 7 times 8 is.
It's 56.
And you said none for these?
I did not have the
That type of scoring.
tourist
Okay.
Yes.
Points.
Sadly, I did not have this one either.
Yeah, points per rail in your system. I'm not even sure you ended up with.
I didn't end
more
up
than
with that
me.
many.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I should have been scooping those cards
Actually,
up as they came.
I think, and at the end of the game, Christian built the most.
Yeah.
And he's counting, so he must be scoring some points for him.
I lost it. I
Sorry.
think 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 25. 25 trains, and I got 1 point
Okay.
per train. So
25, and neither of us scored anything on those. And finally, points per train in your capacity. 2 points for Josh. That's a 0 for me.
2 per train, so 16.
Whoa!
I got the maximum train.
Okay.
I don't think I caught Josh, but at least I put up a fight.
At a glance here, I think I'm out of this. But let's see.
We'll start with you then.
60, 105, 108, 128, 140, 156.
That's
is
a big
my
number.
total,
I bet that's
believe.
enough.
Christian, you have 30, 72, 84, 100 even at that point. That's pleasing.
Nice.
156, you have currently tied me.
Yes.
Plus 25 is going to be 181. Plus 16 is 197.
I bet that's enough.
It's
Yeah,
up.
I
It's
think that's
actually
enough.
it's
Is it?
actually close.
I think it's enough.
Let's see. 37 plus 3 is 40. Plus 122 is 162. Plus 35 and 5 another 40. That's 202.
202, yeah,
And 2
204.
204.
It was damn close, though.
That was, yeah.
Closer than I expected.
That was close.
And if you hadn't been able to
Yeah,
build
7 points
both
away.
of those greens at the end,
Well, I knew, like, I had picked those up
Yeah.
a while ago planning on it, so.
Yeah,
I was very frustrated because, like, if I'd been able to do a little bit more safariing, I could have, like, really multiplied out my dinos, and there was only one I could get any value
This
out of.
Yeah.
card was so bad for me.
Yeah.
And it was, I picked it, like.
the card
it
that
was one-
skips the tree costs.
Yeah, it was one of my
It's
first
so
cards.
funny because you just had so.
Right.
Why did you have so many trees?
Well, because I got double trees.
Double trees.
And I needed to get them removed so I could look at the dinosaurs.
I will say, you only had 4 remaining trees and you skipped 5 tree costs. So it
That's
mattered.
true. It
It
did.
It mattered,
like,
but like if you couldn't have skipped this, you would have been here. You would have been like
You just
minus
would have built
one
one
less.
less building.
Right, or I would have picked a different card, right? There were a couple
yeah.
times where I was like, I don't care about the tree cost, and this one
Yeah.
might be more helpful, but like I literally used the bonus from none of these, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was close.
Oh.
That
Yeah,
was
Yeah,
It
really
all of
really
us,
close.
all of us were close. Yeah, yeah.
all of
So-
us.
Very
Everybody
tight
was
game.
100% doing great, and a winner's heart. All of us.
Man, yeah, I didn't quite. You know, I think
It's
you
a
know-
tricky game because there's a
Yeah.
lot of moving parts. There's a lot of things that are economy resources and point resources, and there's things that are neither. And it's very asymmetrical. Which I mean, you figured out correctly that going all in on one color of dinosaur and maxing stars on that color, and by taking a route we didn't take in the 3-player game, it meant that you could really home in on those green ones.
It was a little risky though, actually. Like I actually felt like I was potentially in trouble because while I did have a route that you guys weren't on, it took me a long time to be able to do anything on that route. Whereas you guys had people available right off the bat.
Yes.
And at first I was like, oh, it doesn't matter if it takes me a while to get there because like they're just going to see more dinosaurs and be worth more when I get there. But that wasn't 100% true because
100%.
the economy of getting dinosaurs and people to spend to build cards and then getting the bonuses from that, like you guys building out your train,
Especially
like
your
doing that
short
stuff,
train.
This was killer.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think, and honestly, what was that final point difference between the two of us?
7 points.
That's like
Yeah.
that's nothing in
It
this
is.
game.
It's
That's
like
like
less than
one
5%,
different
yeah.
scoring
Yeah.
card.
Yep.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
If I had built one, literally, I had 7 trees. One of these cards gone would have tied it.
And if I'd slightly reorganized when I did my unloads, there were other buildings I was looking at for scoring points. That was the one thing I was doing at the end that I think brought me back up is I was really building to score, and I think that was helping me, but it wasn't enough.
My unloading was a huge
That was a huge
persistent
pain
problem.
point.
Not only because I had to do it so frequently, but also because the timing just worked out so badly
Yeah.
for me so often that I was
Yeah.
unloading on one of my actions on the last
I think
turn.
I unloaded once outside of the.
Oh wow! I definitely did it.
Which was great.
I probably
Felt
unloaded
awesome.
like 5 times over the game.
I think I did it once per round of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, like, you got a ton of dinosaur points, you got a ton of end game card points, and I got, like, some of both
Yeah.
and didn't come very close to you at all. So I think
what
there's
happened-
a lesson
I
there.
think you and I had the feeling, too, of a 3-player game where the map is a little bit asymmetrical, and you and I are fighting over the same tourists, and you are not.
Yeah.
You were, at no point were you competing with us for tourists, and that's what let you get that 35, right?
Well, I only 2 of these. I only had 2 green people, right?
How'd you
Yes.
get up to 35?
It was
then?
because there were so many dinosaurs along the track.
Yeah.
that, like I went out of my way to touch all the volcanoes
Right,
and
right.
all the green dinosaurs, and I didn't harvest them until after I had seen them twice. I also, I mean, it didn't make a huge
true.
difference.
I
But I
was
got a
harvesting
bonus
early.
2 from each of these green guys, right?
Yeah.
But I had actually done. I think I would have been here without that because
Yeah.
I think the bonus 2 only mattered once.
And frankly, the and it was close enough that it, like, Josh would not have won if he was here.
Right,
but,
for sure.
But once you get up to like 29 here, it is 1 point per row here. The scaling slows
That's
way
true. That's
down
true.
in a way that like it's nice that it costs a lot of trees in a way that it's maybe you want to go there, but it's not
Yeah,
necessarily.
I don't
racking
think it's
up a lot of
necessarily.
points. Yeah.
I think ending somewhere around here is perfectly fine.
Right at that like 29 mark feels.
You just
feels
overshot,
good.
which is
Yep.
fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, it worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute game.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
With
actually
dinosaurs.
it has more to it than I expected when we were kind of
Yeah, when we were
Yeah.
setting out, I think we all expected something a little bit lighter. I think it is not a light. It's like a light and a half.
Yeah, I kind of appreciate that. Like, I think that this game. I'm looking at the recording time. I think if we cut out the breaks and stuff. I think this took us an hour or a little over.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a crunchy ass hour game.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
Which I
absolutely.
think is one of is what would maybe justify its place
In my
this
head,
for me.
oh god.
I was going to say this was. I was talking to you before we started streaming. This was on my list of games to look at in
This
upcoming
Gen
Gen Con.
Con,
Which I didn't really know anything about it. It was just something where I was just like, oh, there could be something fun here, and I go to Gen Con to look and find new games that might be interesting. And so yeah, getting to like preview this ahead of time and like it's. I'm pretty happy with it. It delivered more than I expected out of it, and there's some stuff that like I actually feel like we talked about this a little bit. I feel like it runs a little faster than I want it to actually, given the depth of the mechanics.
Yeah.
Though seeing where we ended up at the end,
And
I could see like another round being something where everybody's done everything.
Yeah.
I see why it ends where it does, though. Like looking at the map, right, and looking where the trains are, and like we're out of tourists. There's one
there's
tourist
two
left.
people
Right. We got all but one tourist. Let's our picture-in-picture is covering this a little bit, but yeah, there was one tourist left on the board, which two. Which feels like
A lot of dinosaurs. We
it
didn't
should
capture
be.
a ton of dinosaurs.
I think that makes sense though, because like capturing dinosaurs reduces the star value of your future tourists, right? And that was the thing I think I didn't quite anticipate at the beginning. I was capturing left and right at the start, and I think that reduced my star value a lot more than I expected.
It actually bothered me a little bit too, because some of the early dinosaurs that got captured were ones that I was kind of planning around. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm not doing that.
You need to do some early game capturing if you want to build the cards that
Right.
dinosaurs, though.
Yeah.
Right.
That was my thinking.
That was why I grabbed some. Like I think I grabbed the front two ones maybe, or at least several over here, and it was because I had cards in my hand that needed dinosaurs. And I like this one that added trains to my capacity, which felt really important in the early game. It needed a Brontosaurus. So
there was something really interesting too about the fact that you guys were kind of in the same area, which was that you did almost no clearing of trees.
I did.
yeah.
But
I let other
it
people
didn't
do
get
it.
in your way because he was clearing trees.
Yep.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank
yeah.
you. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's why he has 50 points fewer than you.
Yeah.
I just
It's
let
true.
him trailblaze, and then I went in and I was like, hey guys, look, all these dinosaurs are
Yeah.
so viewable.
Clearing trees is one of the main things you do in this. That's like a
Well, you know
thing
why,
you need to
though?
do in
It's
this game
because-
that does not like score points in its own right.
Scored
Oh,
me 7 points a tree.
That's still not that many.
Okay, 7 points a tree is quite a few.
Well,
but
but
that's because you built a lot of those cards. You had to put a lot of
What
effort into
my
it.
situation was, I had 2 skip trees for construction cards too. So I did not have the choke point you would normally have of let someone else clear the trees. Well, you can't build shit. Like,
Right.
who cares? Not my problem.
Yeah, and the way that the cards they build more diversity in your
Yes.
strategy.
Yeah.
Definitely some cards seem like this card would have been fantastically more valuable for you than for me.
Yes, I wish I'd gotten it like 2 rounds earlier. 'Cause
Yeah.
I actually bumped into that, and then
Yeah.
also was deciding around it several times.
Yeah, the ignoring the tree cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was something that as we took breaks for each round setup and stuff, our most constant conversation kind of in the background was like, it feels like we're not doing much, or this game's gonna like go by too fast or end too early, and it did go by fast. But yeah, the board state seems right,
It does. Well,
right
I could-
for what it is.
Like
and
I could also imagine like if you built this with 1 or 2 more tiles, supporting a 5th round, like it might
Yeah.
even be like something where it's like a round per tile, right? This is built out of 4 tiles, and
That's not crazy.
considering the pacing of train
decision-making.
availability,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
And I don't. Other than there is an expansion that I don't
there is.
have. There's so the rulebook mentions a variable player powers expansion that
That
it
would
says
be
is
super fun.
sold separately, or I think it says that it's I'm not gonna pull up the rulebook. It name drops something that it's like or included in and has the name of a product, and I'm not sure if that's like a Kickstarter all in.
It's got to be an
or if that's like another expansion that it's like you can buy them now separately or they'll be in that someday. But either way, I could see an expansion that maybe adds a new action so that these are spread a little thinner. You have to be even a little less focused, but then adds a 5th round to the game.
Yeah,
could like fit right in something like that.
Yeah, and even just character abilities or faction
variable
abilities.
player players would be super.
And these were not fully identical to one another, right? We started at different heights,
which didn't matter. Like
it does matter.
Your first card syncing or not syncing up with your starting Dino and Taurus.
My first card did not sync up, and it was not my favorite.
I had that feeling too. That really directed my attention on what I was gonna hunt.
I think I went out of my way to take I started with a Brontosaurus and I went out of my way to get a Brontosaurus card. That would be that's one of the biggest, I think, probably luck elements to the starting is does the one card you happen to draw match your dinosaur and tourist, right? Or both need specific colors.
I think this was my starter. And then you had picked up the pink starter dinosaur.
You held this in your hand like most of the game?
Well, no, this was what let me capture more. I have
that extra capture.
Because this is in your row 2. Just everything is split up. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
But it did sit in my hand for a long time. And part of the problem was that you had picked up this pink dinosaur super early, which meant that, and there was this was the next closest one. It took a long time for me to get access to it.
Yeah.
Well, you committed all into that route, and then suddenly there's no pink dinos, and it's like, how much time are you going to fork off of it just to get that one card on?
I think
paid off though.
It did.
I think I definitely learned too. Also, that I did my best to put this like extra clearing and extra capturing card on my second row.
Yeah.
And then I don't think I ever did a triple of these. I think these are just fine on the first row.
Yeah.
Because between train capacity and availability of those resources, it was that was a takeaway. So I definitely think there's room to get better at this game.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I think if we played it again right now, like 200 might be the lowest score, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
I would now be looking at those cards as I'm buying them for scoring purposes almost first, rather than abilities.
Yep.
There are a bunch I got for abilities that like barely triggered. Like I'd never used the wilds, so it was unnecessary. I should have been, and they were both train length ones, which was good, but not that good. That was 21 points. I would have liked something. I'd like another volcano in there, another 16 points I could stack with the thing I was already doing. Good stuff.
So many points.
Yeah.
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was. Thank you.
Give it 2 dino eggs. That's my rating.
All right, 2 dino. You heard it here first. It's official optimal play review. Cretaceous Rails scores 2 dinosaur eggs.
We rate all games on that system. We just usually don't talk about it. This is the first time it's even relevant.
Oh yeah. I have a whole clipboard. Yeah. Right. It's hanging. I thought this was off camera. I was gonna say it's hanging right on the side of the shelf, but that is an obvious lie.
Hanging off the side of that shelf.
There we go. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Jets. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, and one more time, thank you to Spielcraft Games for providing this copy for our playthrough. My understanding is its Kickstarter is fulfilling soon, and you've seen that they're doing events for it at Gen Con, and I think it will be available en masse a little bit later this year. So keep an eye out for it if this looked interesting, and I will be keeping this and playing it a few more times, I think.
Yeah.
All right, last chance to subscribe to the channel while you're here. Hit the like button, and we'll be back soon with all sorts of playthroughs and game discussions on Optimal Play. Till then, be optimal.